See, for me, the thing is, if I'm with somebody 2 years plus, I'm like more than likely asking them to marry me. Like, what's the point of dating for so long?
Welcome back to the ICWTT podcast, where we dive into travel, love, and everything in between. We are your co-hosts, Lisa and Anthony.
Hey.
And today we're sitting down with Gil Cuero, known
That's
from
right.
Married for Sight, to talk about his journey through relationships, healing, and seeing the world one meaningful trip at a time.
We're so glad to have you, man. It's been a hot minute.
Thank you for having me. First of all, let me say great pronunciation on my last name. Very good. Most people don't get that right, so kudos to you.
She was practicing in the mirror for like 5 hours yesterday.
Well, we haven't seen you in a few years. We did a trip with I Can't Wait to Travel to Mexico. But we've been watching you on social media, seeing everything you've been up to. And for the people who don't know you, we want to start all the way back at the beginning.
To be little Gil.
All right, let's take it back.
So where did you grow up and what was your childhood like?
All right, let's see. Let's dive into this. So I was born in Colombia, South America. The country.
Colombia!
Yes. I was born in Colombia and I was brought to the States when I was 4 years old. So I've been here for quite a long time. Grew up in Houston, mainly Houston. That's where I grew up. That's where my roots are from. And then went back to Colombia for a few years to stay with my mom, to meet my mom, both my mom and dad's side of the family, when I was around 8. Stayed there for a few years, came back to the States, and been in Houston ever since. Childhood, I would say we weren't like Section 8 poor, but we were like, middle, a little lower than middle income type, right? Because my dad was the only one that worked. My mom, she pitched in when she could, but it's basically more of a traditional where the husband works and the mom takes care of the home type family. That's where I kind of grew up in.
Right.
But I mean, it was loving to me. I felt like I had everything. I never felt like I was missing anything, as a child. So, appreciate my mom and my dad for all their sacrifice. My dad has since passed away in 99. My mom is still alive and still kicking and very well. And I have a great relationship with her. Let's see. I have 2 siblings.
So why did you leave Colombia and then go back? Like, what was the reason for that?
When I was 8.
Right. So you stayed in Colombia till you 4. You came to the U.S. and then you went back to Colombia?
Correct. So I was right here when I was 4 to the States. And then me and my mom went back to Colombia. It was mainly for me to learn, meet my family. Because they knew me, obviously, because I was born there, but I was like infant, right? So I don't remember any of that. So I never really met any of my family, neither on my dad nor my mom's side.
Gotcha.
So I went back to just pretty much meet the fam. And so I stayed there until I was 11, from 8 to 11. So 3 years, right? 3 years. And then came back because my dad wanted me back home. So I came back and then that was it. But I've been back and forth to Colombia ever since that. But I mainly I'm more Americanized than anything. I mean, I speak Spanish, I'm fluent, I read, right? That's the good thing. Those little 3 years that helped because I went to school there.
Right.
It helped me learn how to speak it better. Obviously read it and write it because I was in school. So those 3 years were very beneficial for me. Because before that, the only Spanish I spoke was at home. And so for me, I thought I spoke it well, but until I got to a country that, all you do is speak Spanish. And I was speaking just backwards and I wasn't saying things correctly. So it was kind of like a nice little wake up call.
They're like, eh?
Right. So other than Colombia and to the U.S. and back, was your family traveling outside of that?
No, that was pretty much it.
And that's like
Yeah.
most people who are traveling back and forth to the U.S.
Yeah.
It was like, we're traveling for a purpose.
There's a purpose.
There's no vacation traveling. We have an intent.
Absolutely.
Right.
My dad, he worked for the ports back in Colombia, and so the ship channel, I guess, over there in Colombia, and they used to send stuff back and forth to the States. So he used to come to Houston this was before I was even born. So that's how he knew about Houston. That's how he knew about, because Houston has a big ship channel, a lot of ports there. So that's how he kind of like got familiarized with the city. And so when he decided he wanted to leave Colombia, that's where we went.
I feel like over the last, honestly, I think maybe the last decade, like we're really, like the Black American culture in the U.S. really understands more about like the Afro-Latino and Afro-Latina culture. When you first came to the U.S., I guess not at 4, but with your transition going back and forth, how were you embraced by African Americans and then by the Latin culture?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, that's funny. I mean, even to this day, it's crazy to me because, like, obviously, like if we take it way, way back, there are way more slaves that went to the Caribbean and South America than to the U.S. So, like, we all came from the same boats, you know? So it's crazy to me that people are still kind of like surprised when they see me and they'll hear me speak like I'm speaking now, and then I'll start speaking Spanish and it's fluent. They're like, wow, like, where you from? Da, 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 da. And then they'll be surprised when I'm like, man, there's people that look like me. It's like millions of people that look like me in Colombia, and even darker. So like so growing up, I've always, from both sides, just depends if I'm around. I mean, obviously the way I look, you would never tell, right? So, but if somebody came around that if I needed to speak Spanish or something for some reason, people would be surprised, and I still get it to this day. And then from the Latin side, if I'm speaking Spanish, this, that, and the other, and I'll start just speaking English or whatever, it's like I get it on both ends. Like they're both surprised. Like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And so it is like you said, in the past 10 years or so, people are understanding, but it's crazy to me because it's taken so long, because it's like it's so many, like, Afro-Latinos are everywhere. And, you know, it's, I mean, everywhere, in every walks of earth. And so it's like, it's crazy to think that Black people only exist in the continent of Africa and in the U.S. Like, that's it. Like, no, man, we all over the place.
Like, I didn't realize, like, in my earlier time of traveling, like when it came to Dominican Republic, Colombia, Cuba, I had no clue there was all these Black folks, the Afro-Latinos and Latinas in these countries, because they don't portray that on TV.
Exactly.
I hadn't seen that growing up. And then friends go there and they take videos and you see it. I'm like, what the heck?
Particularly, I remember when we went to the Dominican Republic for the first time. This is years and years and years ago. And what I've seen of the Dominican Republic for TV all my life, when we got there, everyone's like, mi hermana, mi hermana. I'm like, mi hermana. Like, I couldn't believe it. It's just shocking. Like, it was very shocking. And the crazy thing is that our parents are from Jamaica. And if you go to Jamaica, you see people who are white, Asian, you know, Indian, all these races. But it was like, nope, in my mind, it's only Jamaica. It's not happening anywhere else.
Yeah. I feel you. No, you're right. And that's why it's so important to travel. Because honestly, it opens your eyes to so much. It's so important to travel, to get out, to see how the other side of the world lives, and see the people, experience the culture. Because if you just go based off TV, you're just gonna live off these stereotypes, and so you just letting somebody else feed you what you think you should know, instead of just going out there and just living it yourself.
Is there anything in Colombia that you just can't get in the U.S.? An experience, something that's there that you're just like, nope, the U.S. can't touch it?
Man, that's tough to say the U.S. can't touch it, because, I mean, I've traveled to a lot of cities in the U.S., but I haven't been everywhere, right? But I would say the number one thing for me would be just, okay, put it like this. So in Colombia, my uncle said this to me a long time ago when I was younger, and I feel like it's very true. So he says in Colombia, compared to the U.S., in the U.S., you live to work. And in Colombia, you work to live.
Yeah.
So like I feel like when I go to Colombia, as soon as I land in Colombia, I feel like the stress just like completely just this monkey that I have on my back just completely is just gone. It's like I don't know what it is, but I feel like this peace. You know, people obviously the U.S. is much more developed country. There's way more opportunities here. You can make more money, all that great stuff. But with all of that also comes the stresses of life, right? And I feel like back in Colombia, and I felt this in the other countries as well that I've been to, but for sure Colombia, it's like people have less, but they live happier, you know. And it's they actually enjoy life. They actually get a thrill of just the weekends we over here we just can't wait to make it to the weekend. It's like just a rat race Monday through Friday. But back home, back in Colombia, it does not feel like that. And so I feel like the U.S. can't touch that for some reason. I don't know if it's because of it's just a capitalist country, or it's just the way it's set up.
It's like
built,
true work-life balance.
It doesn't compare.
But which we talk about that a lot here.
We try to mimic it.
We try to mimic it, but it's not true. They like, oh, you need to take certain days off, work-life balance, mental health, this and that. But then you're supposed to be off, but then people are still pinging you, asking for information at work. So it's like, do you? No.
Wow.
No.
So we want to get into the nitty-gritty here.
Let's go.
How was your dating life? This is pre-married at first sight. What was dating life like for Gil?
So pre-married at first sight. I mean, it was okay. I did okay. I wouldn't say it was bad. I had a couple long-term relationships. Well, I say long-term relationship, but people will laugh because my longest relationship were like 2 years. I had two years.
No, that's long-term.
Pretty long.
Yeah, that's long-term.
That's long, actually.
I mean, but I talk to people like, yeah, I was dating this person for like 5 years and so I'm like, Jesus, I don't even understand how people see. For me, the thing is, if I'm with somebody 2 years plus, I'm like more than likely asking them to marry me. Like, what's the point of dating for so long, right? So I had two long-term relationships that lasted about 2 years. Things didn't work out for whatever reason. But aside from that, when I've been single, I feel like I did okay in the dating world. It's just, finding that good mix of somebody that that y'all gel with, because nowadays it's tough. Well, back then it was tough. Nowadays it's even worse. So, like I said, didn't do too bad, but the overall goal still hasn't been accomplished.
But over some time, you've gotten so much heat about what's Gil's type. Oh, he only likes this type. He only likes that type. Can you clarify for everyone? What's your type?
That's my type. That's my type.
So I wouldn't say I have a type. Okay. That's the thing. I've dated every culture, right? I date women for women, but if I was to marry someone, I feel like she would have to either be black, which could, the whole diaspora. What's that word?
You got it. Diaspora.
Thank you. I thought I had it. So it could be Afro-Latino. It could be just African-American, African, all of them, right? Black or Latina.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because.
But if you're dating someone who's not, how do you know if you're not going to fall in love with them and just be like?
Well, it's funny because one of my exes, one of the relationships I had was with a white girl, right? And she was one of the sweetest girls I ever met. And I broke up with her. And it was not because I wanted to marry somebody black or Hispanic. It was because I felt like there were some cultural things that didn't click between us. And I thought about it for a while. I was like, can I let this slide or whatnot? But honestly, for me, it's just real important for me. And then I thought about, if we had kids, I would want them to kind of have that. And so, and she, like I said, she was very sweet. She was very understanding. I know she would have, compromised some things, but at the end of it, I just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right to me. It's not that I didn't feel right. It didn't feel right to me. And so that's why I had to end things. And so that's how I knew, okay, I can't do white girls. I mean, as in like, it sounds bad, but everybody has a preference. And so,
I don't know if it's because my parents are not from the US. I feel like I completely understand what you're saying. Like I would date any race. And if I end up falling in love and marrying that person, so be it. I don't think I'm as far as you where I wouldn't marry. If I'm in love, I'm in love. But with my parents being Jamaican and his mother being Jamaican, it was so easy. Like he just got the jokes. He got the language. It's like, I don't have to explain. It's like, okay, now you're eating this. No, he just got it,
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I mean. It just clicks better. It's just one less thing you have to worry about because, we all know marriage is tough. Any relationship can be tough. You're going to have your ups and you're going to have your downs. And if that's one less thing you have to kind of have to gel, then it's just that much better.
The flip side of that is, like, I know of white folks or other folks that they've been ingrained into Black culture or into the island culture. So then
that's true.
It's easy for them to blend in. Even one of my friends, some people were asking, is he white or is he Black? Like they just light skinned because he just knows the culture.
So, that is very, it's not a blanket.
That's true. Yeah. And I've come across that myself. And then, sometimes you just end up with somebody like that because they, like you said, they're ingrained in that culture and that makes it easier. Absolutely. So that's why it's hard for me to be like, I would just want to be with like a Black person or a Latin person. Yeah. Because of that. That's very true. Yeah. And then nowadays people are way more open about learning about other people's culture and embracing it. So that does make it tougher, I would say. But at the end of the day, that's what I prefer, but that's not like end all be all for me. Gotcha. It's not a deal breaker, put it like that.
Just to put the pin in it, we've clarified it all. There's one more thing. What did you tell Married at First Sight that you were looking for physically? Because that's what everyone's like.
I told them, physically?
Like in regards to race or culture.
Yeah, overall.
Okay, I told them either, I told them a person of color.
Okay.
So I was like, either she could be Hispanic or she could be Black, a person of color. That's what I said.
Okay. Ladies at home, you heard him. He said a person of color.
Or Latina.
Yeah, Latina, Black, anyone. Very good.
Yeah, exactly.
We clarified it.
Yes.
So since we're on Married at First Sight, let's get into it. It's a huge leap to join a love reality TV show. What made you decide to do it?
So I never even heard of the show before they contacted me, right? How it went is I was...
Oh, they proactively reached out.
Yeah, I was chilling at the crib, just on my couch. I don't know if I was scrolling or watching TV, but I remember I was just relaxing, and then I get a phone call. Obviously, I don't have the number saved, so we don't pick up. We screen those calls, right?
Yeah.
So didn't even. So whatever. Let it ring, and then I get a text message like immediately after. Hey, this is such and such. I'm a casting producer for this TV show that we're doing in Houston. Wanted to see if you'd like to, whatever. So called him back because I thought it was a scam. Called him back and it was legit. He was like, my name is Michael. I remember very well. I'm with Married at First Sight. Have you ever heard of the show? I was like, no, never heard of the show. And then so he explained the show to me and he was like, we already casted the women and now we're casting the men, seeing if you'd be interested. And so he, like I said, he explained it to me. And then the only question I had, the first question I had for him was, but do you get married for real? Is this like for real? He's like, yeah, it's a real marriage. And I was like, ooh, okay, well, I'm gonna have to think about that. And so he was like, yeah, take your time. and just let me know, get back to me. And I was like, okay, cool. So first thing I did was went to Netflix and find a season. Found a season. It was season, I forget. I think it was 9. I think wherever it's Charlotte. It was the Charlotte season, and so I binge watched that, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is kind of interesting. Okay, this seemed kind of cool." So it kind of piqued my interest, and so then I reached out to a few friends, and the funny thing is, everybody that I reached out to had seen the show, had heard about it or watched it before. They knew it.
Wow.
Oh wow! They haven't talked about it when y'all were out with drinks or having dinner. Nobody said anything to you.
Everybody already knew about this show, and I was like, "Oh, okay. So what y'all think?" Wow. So I asked everybody. Everybody was like, "Do it. What's the worst that could happen?" So I thought about it for a little bit, and then I think about 4 or 5 days after the initial phone call, I called Mike back, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's do it." And so I went through a whole little process before getting chosen, obviously. So that's how that started.
So for the few people who don't know, Married at First Sight is a reality show. You meet your bride at the altar and you say, I do. Mm-hmm. You go on a honeymoon, you're with them for several weeks, and then you decide to stay together or part. But you're legally married. But my question is, how did Mike find you? Like, did he see your social media page?
Good question. To this day, I still don't know who it was, but he told me. He was like, I just don't know who the person was. So he said, somebody recommended you. And I was like, well, how did somebody recommend me? And I didn't figure that out so they give you a questionnaire. It has 200 questions in it, right? The very last question of that questionnaire is, do you know anybody? Is there anybody that you would require? What's the word I'm looking for? But anybody that you think will be good for the show.
Yeah.
Like a referral. Wow. Like, is there somebody you can refer to the show? So they'll put your name and your number. So it was a woman that referred me to the show. Wow. To this day, I still don't know who that woman was. Like, they didn't find me on Instagram or anything like that, because I heard some people they found on social media and they reached out like that. But it was somebody to put my name and my number on there, because they, like I said, they casted the women first, so they went through that process.
She was probably hoping to get matched up with you on the show.
I mean, maybe,
but she had your number,
like
though.
I said,
so I mean,
still don't know who
she
it was.
even called.
Nobody's come out to be like, "Hey, it was me." I have no clue.
Mystery.
That is funny. So you both say I do, excuse me, at the altar, and then now you're on a honeymoon. Remind us, where did you guys go on your honeymoon?
So we went to the Florida Keys because, remember, we got married in 21.
Right in the middle of COVID.
February of 21. And COVID was still in the peak form. So, but Texas and Florida was like...
We open.
What's So we were supposed to go, because they always go, the show always takes couples to, like
Caribbean,
a place,
right.
a paradise, whatever. We were supposed to go
to
Jamaica.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to Jamaica, but because of COVID and flights and, we was doing the little nose testing every week. So they just, it was just easier for them to go to make it happen to the Florida Keys. So we went to the Florida Keys. That's where we went for our honeymoon.
Yes. I didn't remember the name of the resort, but I knew that Mirla was not happy with the place.
Nah, she thought it was, she compared it to a retirement home.
You kept saying on the show she's bougie. You're bougie. You kept saying that.
Oh my goodness.
But you're kind of bougie too, though.
Oh, don't even start.
I'm bougie now too.
Yes,
I ain't gonna lie.
So you went from Michael telling you you're going to get married. You actually do it. You're on the honeymoon. You wake up the first morning. Are you still like, yo, I'm married?
I'm married now.
No, it didn't hit. It didn't hit like that. For me, so I'm the type of person that I don't really get I get excited for things, but I don't really get too excited or too, into whatever it is until it actually happens. So it happened, right? But it was kind of like surreal, because I was living my life, but I was like on a TV show. So I didn't know how to kind of like my thoughts were everywhere. Like, I knew I was married, but I was married to a stranger, right? So it was like, okay, I was more focused on getting to know her to see if I actually want to stay together with this person or not. And, but they had us doing so much, behind scene or behind the cameras, I should say, that you kind of forget that, you're like, okay, you're married, So I didn't think of it that much because we had so much other little stuff to do.
So let's be real. Anthony and I can both say you're a good-looking guy.
Thank you.
So we're all shocked when Mirla says that she's not attracted to you. Did that give you a little blow to your self-esteem a little bit?
Nah. So the one thing, look, you gotta be. This is one thing. One thing about confidence is, confidence isn't like, it doesn't just happen overnight, right? It happens because of life experiences. So for me, I'm not scared of rejection. I'm perfectly fine with rejection. That's how life goes. I've worked in sales a lot. Yeah, so if somebody's like, I'm not attracted to that person, it doesn't do anything to me. It's not like, oh, I don't care. It's just like, okay, that's their preference. It is what it is. Unfortunately, she didn't find me attractive, and I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not about to beg somebody to like me, right? It is what it is. So it didn't blow my ego or anything like that. It was just unfortunate because I thought she was attractive. So it's just, it is what it is.
Well, that speaks to your confidence just by saying that, because most guys, they get turned down. They're like, she wasn't all that. Like, no, you're still saying, I thought she was attractive.
Yeah. Exactly. No.
You ain't all that anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Got their feelings hurt. Nah, man, it's cool. It's cool. I understand it. Attraction is in the eye of the beholder. Look, people have said I'm attractive. Some people say I'm not attractive. It is what it is. You can't please everybody. No. So if you live your life worrying about what other people think about you, it's gonna be a rough one.
Jesus couldn't even please everybody.
Yeah. It's true.
Exactly. Yeah. There was people that didn't like him, and he was out here blessing folks.
Healing them, turning water into wine.
Right. He was making the blind people see, the crippled walk. He'll still be like, ugh, I don't like that.
Who does he think he is?
Did you and Mirla ever travel together at all before you separated?
No, we did have we were supposed to go somewhere for her birthday. Her birthday was in June. And we was actually supposed to go, I think Mexico. We were supposed to go to Mexico together for her birthday. But, we broke up like mid-May. So it was, that was thrown out. So
Understood. So you definitely have to have some form of being a romantic to join Married at First Sight. Like, it's going to work. It's, the hope is there. Are you still open to love now, or has your thought process changed?
No, not at all. Absolutely, I'm open to love. I mean, it's just, the thing about it, I feel like it was just another relationship that didn't pan out. It was just the only difference is that it was like viewed by the world, right? So you don't just quit on love just because it doesn't work out. Like, I know some people do.
You'd be surprised.
It's just, it is what it is. You just keep trying to find the next person, and hopefully it works out. You hopefully learn some stuff about yourself that you can improve, because even if it's not your fault, there's always something you can learn from somebody about yourself.
That's very true.
So I'm very open to it. And we'll just keep on trucking along.
Are you dating anyone now, or?
So it's,
the ladies are
listening. That's complicated because I was in a relationship up until May. I would say, just a few months ago, I was in a relationship for like a year and a half, right? Up until May. We kind of broke off. Like, it's not even, it's complicated. But I feel like that's not going anywhere. So we kind of stopped talking for a while, and then we started talking again recently. I would say about a month ago, but it's not the same. So I feel like that's not going anywhere. And because of that, I just feel like I'm single, like, because it's not going anywhere. And you know, I've mentioned this to her. So for me, it's not progressing. And obviously, you know, you try to make it work. You know, you don't just want to jump out of something. But when it's only one sided, when you know you over here just trying to revive somebody that's not wanting to get revived, it's like, all right, well, I tried.
We back on the market.
Okay.
We back on the market.
It was like the listing was pending. Now back on the market. I feel I feel like you'd be a good papito, a good dad, man. So what do you? I suspect you still want to have children, or what's your take on that?
Man, I would love to. I would actually love to. I mean, obviously, I'm getting older. Still, I would still want to. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I would definitely love to have kids of my own. It's funny because every girl I've dated, aside from Mirla, has had kids. One other girl. Okay, one other girl I dated. Aside from Mirla and her, the two girls I've dated, everybody's had a kid. So I'm used to being around kids, or you know, I have no issues with kids. But I would love to have kids, at least a kid of my own.
Yeah.
Especially as we get older and stuff. I mean, the odds of someone not having children,
it's hard.
It's almost.
Oh yeah, of course. I would have to date like really, really young, and I'm not. Nah.
So, I mean, I feel like with all of these years that have passed by, you've learned so much from Married at First Sight, from other relationships. What's like your non-negotiables now? Like, I just will not put up with this.
It's a good question.
Somebody that bases their views off of social media. It's a lot of people's their viees, their concepts, they get it all off of social media. Like everything they hear about, oh my gosh, these red flags, and it's just it's like somebody that's not like grounded. Like what do you want? Don't worry about what they telling you what you should need. Like what is it that you want? You know. So somebody that's based their whole concept, their whole construct of a relationship based off what they've seen on either TV or scrolling on the phone, like that's, for me, that's a non-negotiable.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. So we are done asking you about Married at First Sight. We're moving on.
You're off the hot seat.
You're out of the hot seat. So we had the privilege as a travel agency, I Can't Wait to Travel, to meet with you and a group of your followers in Mexico. At Secrets Moché. And we had such a great time.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite trips, hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down, for sure.
I know I said I wasn't going to go back there, but you Married at First Sight. Now you are meeting your group at first sight. Were you nervous coming in to meeting the group?
Not at all. Not at all. So as you can tell, I'm extroverted, right? Y'all been around me. I have no issues with public speaking. I have no issues with meeting new people. I don't think I've ever had an awkward conversation in my life. There's no dead silence when I'm speaking to anybody. Like for me, it was just like, all right, y'all want to have fun? My thing is, anybody that's around me when I'm out and about, if I'm with friends or friends of friends, whoever's around me, I make sure that we're all gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time, so I want to make sure everybody else has a good time. So for me, it was actually, I was looking forward to it. I was excited about it. So I wasn't nervous at all. I was ready to, just have fun with some strangers.
I love it.
It felt like you knew everybody already. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My hardest to interact with people like that. I try my hardest to, it's intentional that I try to make people, because when you think about it, so when you actually hang around with your friends, good friends, you want them to have a good time. Like you want to spend a pleasant time. So if you treat others like that, if you treat strangers like they're your friends that you've known them for a while, then for a fact that it's just going to come natural for you to make sure they're enjoying themselves and make sure that everything is going smoothly. So I intentionally do that with strangers when I'm in a big group, especially especially something like I Can't Wait to Travel. So, and the fact that they watched the show, they knew me from the show, and they were excited to meet me. It's like, absolutely, I'm gonna try to make this the best trip they've ever had. Absolutely.
But where do you think that came from? Because that wasn't my natural, like, meeting Lisa. She brought me out of my boat. I was a introvert, and then meeting Lisa, and then also being in sales.
Okay.
Then I had to fight out of my natural like self, and so I had to develop those skills. It seems like this was something that was natural for you, but I'm curious of how did that come about?
I think it mainly comes from work, from sales. I was in sales retail at the mall. I worked at the mall for like 10 years when I was young. So I feel like that was the main thing for me. I had to learn how to read people, how to learn how to build a rapport in a short amount of time to be able to sell people. So for me, after that, it just came natural after that. And then I was a personal trainer for a long time as well before I joined the fire department. So, personal training, you got to have a personality because there's a lot of good personal trainers out there. And then aside from, there's a lot of people that can get you to your results. But aside from that, what are you going to do differently to make yourself stand out? So I feel like, just being, approachable and being good with people goes a long way.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you made everyone feel great. We still talk to everyone from that trip. They all say like how it was one of the best trips of their life. So
that's wonderful.
Sure.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What was your favorite memory from that trip?
My favorite memory. I wish I would have. I wasn't there. I'll tell you my favorite memory, but I feel like my favorite memory would have been.
Okay.
I wasn't there. Would have been the karaoke night.
Yeah.
When one of the husband.
Yeah, Kirk.
He was singing. I think he was singing Journey.
You gotta fight for your life to party.
I hate that. It's such an iconic song. But I would say my favorite part was the water thing. The little
the Easter egg.
Yeah, that part. That was amazing. Going through the caves and stuff like that. Because I love water. I love being in the water. First of all. And going through all of that was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. So much
Everyone
fun.
loves that part of the trip. Whenever we've gone to Mexico with a lot of people, Cancun and going to Easter Egg Park, everyone loves
so
that.
Nice. It's adventurous, Yeah. And the place is beautiful. The setup is awesome. So it was perfect. I love that. I really, really love that.
I love that. If you could plan your dream trip today, where are you going to?
Whoo, man, that's a tough one because I haven't been, so I don't know if I would, but I would say either I'm all about beaches. Like I'm a beach fanatic. I need to be around sun. I love the heat. So it would either be Madagascar.
Okay.
Or
interesting.
Yeah. Or like the Galapagos.
Okay. Wow. You were definitely not plain Jane. Okay. I like it. That's amazing.
Yeah, it would be one of those two places. I've seen it, I've researched it, and it just looks beautiful. It looks amazing. So, and it's a place where not too. I mean, a lot of people go now, but it's not that common.
No, it's not. It's very
place
uninhibited.
where people go to.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like if it's not that common, that means the water is going to be beautiful because less people, the prettier the waters. That's so I feel like that would be nice.
Would you go to Galapagos?
Yeah, I'm just not an animal person, so all of those creatures kind of make me nervous.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Yeah. I love animals. Lizards. And that's why Galapagos kind of like...
Wow.
They do got a lot of animals over there.
We wrap up every podcast with some quick fire questions. We're going to throw like...
We're done already?
I know, it's already over. Look how fast. I know. Like when you're hanging out with your friends, it's like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
we
goes by
send like
fast.
maybe like 7 or 8 questions your way, and you have to just answer with what comes to the top of your mind.
Best vacation location. Your best vacation location.
Best vacation location? Thailand.
Oh.
Nice. Most overrated destination. You got there and you were like, oh, this is just so overrated.
Okay, let me think about the places I've been that I didn't really. Hold on.
I know. No
Think
pressure.
about everywhere I've been. Okay. Overrated. Which one?
You're like, man, this was crazy.
Oh, there we go. London.
Yeah, why is that? I know we're supposed to go to the next one, but I'm just curious.
It's not that it's bad. It's just like,
It was the U.S. with an accent.
That's pretty much it.
And it's gloomy,
prettier
no
buildings,
sun.
prettier architect, but you know what I felt? I felt like I've never even been to this place, but I felt like I was in Boston.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure, London, hands down.
Oh my gosh.
We still had a good time though, but out of all the places I've been to, London.
What's one travel item you would never leave home without, other than American Express?
Oh gosh.
Oh man. I mean, that's the thing about that one is that even if I left home, I could buy it somewhere, right? So let's say if I couldn't buy it, I had to bring it and I couldn't get it. It would probably be a tongue scraper.
Oh.
Okay. I
never heard someone mention that one.
See, I like that. And there's someone sitting at home like, a tongue scraper? What's that? And we're like, no, you need to go get your tongue scraper.
Exactly. They don't be cleaning that tongue. I gotta clean my tongue every day.
I got a metal one.
Yes, that's the best ones.
Yeah.
That's the hygienic.
Oh my goodness.
I like
What's the biggest misconception about you?
That I only date white women.
Well, we cleared that up today.
That's what people think.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's what people think. Nothing wrong with white women.
Right, of course.
I'll date them. Have no issues. But I think that's the biggest misconception, that I don't like black women for some reason.
Understood.
And what's the would you ever do reality TV again after your last experience?
Yes, but it cannot be about love.
Oh,
or
so
marriage.
You're not doing Love Island. You're not doing Love Island.
None of that. It has to be what's the one?
Real World?
Amazing Race.
Like that. Oh, yeah.
That Big Brother, something like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even though you say you wouldn't do another love reality show, I think you would do really well on Love is Blind, like being in the pods and really connecting. They're gonna know his
voice. They're gonna hear his voice like
just connecting on a woman. Just connecting on that level.
I mean, I get it, and that's cool.
True.
I think that's actually a dope concept, because you get to know the person before you see them, because we're all, I don't care what anybody says, like physical attraction is a big thing for us. So if you can connect on a deeper level before you see somebody, I feel like that's interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting.
You might have to change his name though.
Yeah.
And I say his name is Gil.
Yeah.
And our last question for you: if they were casting your life as a movie, which actor should play you?
Ooh, that's a good one. Let's think. I got one person in mind, but okay, I'm gonna just go with that. It's got to be Idris.
Oh,
who?
Idris Elba.
Oh, Idris. Okay.
Idris Elba. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be Idris. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, this has been so much fun. I'm so happy you're able to come and join us.
I'm glad you had me.
Of course.
I know I said I wish we did this sooner, but I'm glad that we did it. It was fun. It was definitely fun.
Absolutely. Well, we just want to make sure that everyone out there knows how to follow you. So if you can tell them how they can find you on social media.
So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know for a fact. I only have Instagram and I have TikTok, and they're both at Gilmeezy, Gilmeezy.
Perfect.
Oh, I do have a Facebook. I'm not on Facebook a lot, but you can find me under Gil Cuero.
It sounds like you're never on it.
Facebook.
I'm barely on it myself.
I rarely look at Facebook.
There's some back in the day.
I know a lot of people have Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, you can find me under my first name Gil, last name Cuero.
But you might not respond for a month or two. But
yeah, guilty.
Oh my goodness. For everyone watching, thank you for joining us again. Continue sending us your love and travel stories. We will be reading them on future podcasts. And always remember,
like and subscribe.
Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.